but this isn't your typical war film. Alex Garland wanted to do something different here, where he wanted to tackle war in a new type of genre, which has been done before, but it's very rare. You have movies like Saving Private Ryan. You had most recently The Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal. You have 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, a Michael Bay film. You have American Sniper with Bradley Cooper. You have Black Hawk Down. You have Apocalypse Now. You have Hacksaw Ridge. You have 12 Strong, Dunkirk, Lone Survivor, Fury, 1917, All Quiet on the Western Front. There is an infinite plethora of war films if you are a fan of this genre, but whereas a lot of them play almost exactly the same, where it's somewhat of an action movie, somewhat of a war movie, somewhat of a drama, this movie essentially is the opening 15 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, but for an hour and a half, where it's just horror. Alex Garland wanted to tell a horrific war film that shows just how terrifying being in a combat zone in the middle of a war could be. For the most part, when you're following a war film, there's the conflict, there's setup to the conflict, and then there's a payoff where essentially you get to see our heroes prevail. In American Sniper, you see Bradley Cooper finally get to take out the main enemy sniper at the end of that film. In Saving Private Ryan, you get to see Tom Hanks unload a Tommy gun inside of a tank, destroying a bunch of enemies. In Hacksaw Ridge, you see Andrew Garfield save a bunch of people against all odds. Arguably one of the greatest war films of all time is Saving Private Ryan, where Steven Spielberg did not shy away from the horror of war. We got to see a lot of people that we were rooting for in that film get annihilated, but at the same time, Steven Spielberg understood that at the end of the day, you still need some kind of payoff, which is why you get to see our heroes return fire on the enemy, and you get to see some of the enemies get taken down. You get to see them get shot and get killed, and you get that sense of satisfaction. That is devoid from this film. You don't ever see a single enemy get killed in this film, because Alex Garland wanted to keep it as realistic as possible. Not only are the heroes of this film that we're watching, that we're with for most of the time, not given a chance to get in a firefight, you never even get to see them really return fire on the enemies. But when the backup comes to save the day, the other Navy SEALs and the other Marines, when they come to save everybody, you see them firing at the enemies, but you never actually see them hit anybody, because nobody in a realistic combat experience trying to save other people would be keeping a head count of how many people they killed. Realistically, in the heart of war, you see where enemy fire is coming from, but because it's so far away and there's sand everywhere and there's screaming going on and grenades going off, you're really just laying suppressing fire. You're firing in the direction of enemies, hoping to take out one or two of them to make the fight a little bit easier, but really you're just trying to stop them from firing at you.